Hello, welcome to another Sigmar Saturday at Mortal Realms. So here's a battle report. When we first started doing this, it was Rob and I doing it, but with the current situation, we've not been able to get together for a while. And you know, I think I'm up to issue 18, is it? And we only got to issue 6 on the battle report, so I thought I'd do some solo for a while, and then when this is all over and we get back together, Rob and I can have a few games off camera to get him up to scratch where we are with the rules, and we'll carry on whatever game that will be. But for now, this is Solo 1, issue 7, and I'm just going to say it is boiling today. I'm recording this on a really hot day, so forgive me sweating because I have to have all the windows shut, otherwise you'll hear all traffic noise. I live on quite a main road. So yeah, it is stonkingly hot. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, so anyway, issue 7. Last one we did was issue 6, which was the one-on-one between Zandra and Brian Green. But we're doing issue 7 battle report, Scouring the Tombs. And so the fluff for this is, on the orders of Zandria Azurebolt, the Secretors have been searching the ruined tombs looking for magical relics. Anastasia Starstrike and the Secretors picked their way through the depths of the dank mausoleums. But in the dust and grime they sought powerful magical items that have been left behind by long-dead followers of Sigmar. As they made their way through the darkness, more night-haunt geists burst forth from the cracks between the stones and drift through the solid walls to attack. The vaults rang out with the clash of blades and bone-chilling wails of the rising dead. Or risen dead, as it says here, sorry. And then we've got here, just because your warriors hit the enemy does not mean they have hit hard enough to hurt them. To represent this, Warhammer Age of Sigmar uses the 2 wound rolls. This playthrough teaches you this important part of combat. So, which is nice because beforehand you've just rolled to hit, and if you hit, you automatically get a wound. Whereas this is going to sort of add another layer of rules to the game. This is played on the small Baratomb board. And it's 3 Secretors versus 10 Chain Rasps. So if we have a look at the board, I'm going to set up, it's set there, so we can see, you know, it's, that's a bit level, so sorry about the sheen. I've got to sort the lights out soon. I'm being still in a quite rough and ready kind of way. I might buy some more studio lights and what have you, so I don't have to have these main oval lights coming down with shine down. Anyway, you don't want to hear me waffle about the studio, do you? What you want is to get on with the game. So yeah, if I go back to this camera. So what I'm going to do is, because it's been about 3 months since I've played this really, I think it was back in March, we last recorded one of these, March, April, beginning of April at least. No, it must be March, end of March. So I'm going to use this as a refresher for myself. Anyway, Secretors attack. Before they can deal damage to an enemy, the Secretors must move to wound their targets. So phase 1 is movement. In the movement, the Secretors do not move as they are already in combat with the Chain Rasp, because we are within 3 inches already. So that means we're effectively in combat already. So go into combat, which is phase 2. We go into the pile-in step, which is since Secretors are within 3 inches of the enemy, you may move them up to 3 inches closer to the nearest model. So in that case, it's just straight down the line, like so. Weapons, which is step 2. Each Sector makes 2 melee attacks with the Storm Smite Mauls if their base is touching a Chain Rasp space. So that's 2 rolls. So I'm going to need 6 dice for this. There we go. Because there are 3 in base contact and 3 in base contact. I don't know where the best place to put the camera is. I do. See that. 3 in base contact there. And so now we do the hit rolls for roll 1 dice for each down. Make 2 melee attacks with their storm sword. Yeah, each roll 1 dice for each attack. Yeah, so that's 6 dice. So weird wording. So make 2 melee attacks. 1 dice for each attack. That's 2 dice for each model. Then count the number with a score of 3. These hit. So let's get on with that. So 50%. We got 1, 1, 2. They're not going to be any good. But we get 6, 6, 5. So that's cool. Pick up the successful hit dice, and this is the combat continue. This is the 2 wounds stage. This is the new stage that me and Rob didn't do last time. Pick up the successful hit dice and roll these dice again. Count the number with a score of 3+. These will cause damage. Well, that's all 3. Which is nice. Damage. Texture Storm Strikes do 1 damage per successful wound roll. The Chain Rasp player removes 1 Chain Rasp model for each 1 damage. That's all 3 of these gone. Okay. And that's it. So now we go on to the Chain Rasp's attack phase. Movement. The Chain Rasp did not move since they're already in combat with the Secretors. Yep, cool. Since the Chain Rasps are within 3 inches of the model, you may move them 3 inches closer to the nearest model. I tell you what I haven't got here, I haven't got a ruler, so just in case. I think what we got here is that's within 3. It's going to be that's within 3. That's within 3, and that's within 3. Is this within 3? It's not, it's just outside. So, since Chain Rasp within 3 inches, you may move them 3 inches closer to a nearest enemy model. So, even ones that can't get in contact are going to move up. And they're ready for the next turn. So, that is where we are with the Chain Rasp movement. You can see there's 3 actually in base contact, and then 4 actually in base contacts. This one here has 2 in with it and 3 waiting in reserves. Weapons. Each Chain Rasp makes 2 melee attacks with their malignant weapons if their base is touching them. Roll 1 dice for each attack, then count the numbers. That's 4 dice. Make 2 attacks. That's 8 dice. Okay, so what have we got here? Can I count dice? I can. That's 8 dice. Roll 1 dice for each attack, then count the number with a 4+. Those 2 1s can go, 2 2s can go, this 1 can go. Wow, so they only do 3 damage with a 4, 5 and a 6. 2 wound, so it's the new step again. Pick up the successful hit dice, roll these again and count the number with a score of 4+. Well, that's none. Wow, the Chain Rasps have done very poorly. Now, Rob and I settled on Rob would do the Stormcast and I would do the Chain Rasp, so my team has done very poorly that term. So we can actually skip the damage stage. So it's Secretor's attack. Pile in. Since Secretors are already in 3 inches of the enemy, you may move them. There's no movement. And I'm already in contact with these because we didn't kill any, so I'm going to leave it at that. I don't think you can move. Can you move out of base contact with them and go and attack someone else? Could I do that? I'm not going to this turn because I'm unsure. 2 melee attacks, that's 6 again. So hopefully we can, so it's 3 pluses, so that's 4 hits. That's the 2 wound roll, so I've got a hit. Let's see if I do any damage. So I do 3 damages. Chain Rasp player removes Chain Rasp for every 1 damage, so that's 1, 2, and 3, leaving 1 in contact there. So now it's the Chain Rasp attack, no movement. Pile in 3 inches, so we're going to go into here, and into here. So we now have something like this. Ooh, can't actually fit in that. Good, that's good. Somewhat good camera angle. What do we? Wires. There we go. Let's sort of see what's happening there. Perhaps I should have paused the video. But that, you don't want to see me faff around. You know you do. Right, so weapons, chain grasp make 2 for every, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 again. So 4, 4, that's 8. So off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we are looking for 4 pluses. My chain grafts are not doing particularly well here. Only score 2 wounds. So on to the 2 wounds. We need 4 pluses again. Come on, we've got a killer. Okay, so we're not going to be killing anything here. It looks like the secretors are just going to dominate here. So the battle continues now. So we're going to carry on as we are. There's nothing really to do here. No movement, no piling in because we've already piled in. And what I'm liking about issue 7 is the actual stats are now looking quite, and the profiles are looking quite, profile-y, if that makes sense, quite gamey. They're getting there. They don't seem complete to me. Assuming we're going to have much more new stats coming up, soon. Now I've got to faff around the camera again. Yay! Why is that? Okay, right. So secretors. It's 6 dice, so we can't kill the chain grasp this turn. Hopefully we can get rid of quite a few. Ooh, okay. So that's 50% success rate with a 3-4-4. So we can potentially kill 3 here. Oh, we could have killed all the chain grasps here actually. What am I saying? But we only do 2. So we're going to clear these 2 off here, leaving this sector free in a minute to pile in down here. Chain grasp turn, they just get 2 attacks, so can go off the stats now rather than, because beforehand really I was sort of skipping through the text in here, whereas now because we've got the war scrolls and just see they've got 2 attacks, 4 plus to hit. It's lovely just to see at a glance. So yeah, that's 3. 3 have actually hit, so we could lose a sector here. So that's 4 pluses to wound. Ooh, ouch, ouch, yeah. That is a sector down, so I'm going to take this one off. And we're going to wound Star Strike with 1 wound. She's got 1 wound there. But now it's the secretary's turn. So it's piling 3. I can't get to that back one unfortunately, so we're going to have to just pile into this one. Like so. So that's 4 dice. Why have I got 5 dice? Apparently I can't count today. It's the heat. It's the heat. 3 pluses, they all hit. God, this one's going to be quite dead and granny. Oh, I was about to say no, we've got 2 wounds. So let's say that's sort of 4. We've got 2 wounds. So that's another secretary down. So now it's the chain grasp turn, and if you can see here, ignoring the wire that I've got getting across, I have to do that bare for the next video. Alicia Starstrike has 1 wound, and so we're going to hopefully finish her off now. 2 dice, 4 pluses, 1 hit. Does this wound 4 pluses? It does not. Back to the Storm Strike, so I think we know what's going to happen. I'll pile that one in. I'll put it around here so you can see the unfortunate chain grasp. 4 dice, 3 pluses, that's 3 hit. 4 pluses to wound, and yeah, they all hit, and so that last chain grasp takes a good beating. And so that is it. We've we've done really well there. The Secretors have made it through Alicia Starstrike with her 1 wound. We did lose 1 though. Rest in peace, Maul Man. If you're a big Maul, you may be overcompensating for something. We didn't really know you, didn't get to know you, but we shall mourn you. Yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed that one. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing these now. I reckon every week now, just do one, and then in between the sort of overview of the issues when I get them, you probably noticed my videos go up after about a week or so after everyone else got their issues. Don't know why, I seem to get mine quite late after everyone, but not moaning. I am moaning. It's hot. But you know, anyway. So that's it for this week's. Hope you're keeping safe and well, you and your family, and until next time, guys, take care.